our third guest is an actor, activist, and filmmaker, not necessarily in that order, and he wins for having the coolest name. I only found out this week that he was coming up to participate in the Toronto Animal Rights March, but I snuck him in anyway when nobody was looking. His goal is to become a full-time activist, something we all dream about and aspire to, but I actually think it's going to happen for him. He's a stranger in these here parts, but he's a fellow metalhead. So let's please give a warm Toronto greeting and welcome Chase Avier to the Calling All Vegan show.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, so how did you wind up with such a cool name?
Well, I made it up.
Is it fake?
It's a fake name. That's right. Yeah. My mama calls me Sam.
Oh,
But
I like that
I
one.
wish she would call me Chase.
Oh.
No, Mama, I love you. It's okay.
Never gonna happen. Yeah.
I started going by Chase when I was like 30. So just one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change my name, and so I did, and I like it. Yeah, it's like chase. You know, it's an action verb.
Yeah,
it's gonna
that's
get
right.
you somewhere.
It's a verb.
Yeah. Chase Avier. Some people think it's avoir. It's not.
No.
It's Avier. Like behavior.
Well, we have some Frenchies here in the audience.
That's cool.
Today,
That's
so
cool.
that-
I'm
they
Scottish.
would definitely know it's not
But I
avoir.
love the French.
So do I. This is just my own thing. I think Canada should be fully bilingual across the country, but that's me. But
So Chase, please tell us your vegan and your vegan activism backstory.
Oh my goodness, all right. I used to be a pretty bad guy. I was violent towards humans and animals. I have like bipolar and PTSD and was abused as a child in a lot of ways. And so I was quite a mess for a while, but then I ended up in jail and turned my life around and wanted to contribute to the world in positive ways instead of just living for myself, because that wasn't even bringing true pleasure to me. I was disgusted by myself with all the cruelty I had done, and the selfishness. And so I started living to make the world a better place for humans. I became a human rights activist, and so I was fighting against war and poverty and fighting for women's rights, gay rights, immigration, Black Lives Matter. A few years later, I was watching a sci-fi movie called District 9, and it's an amazing movie. Everybody should watch District 9. It's set 20 years in the future, and aliens crash land on Earth, and they're sick and vulnerable, and the humans in the movie exploit the aliens' vulnerability.
surprise.
Yeah, put them in these ghetto camps, run painful experiments on the aliens in order to learn how to use their technology and stuff. But like, the aliens don't mean us any harm, they're just trying to live their lives and get well, and they have little kids that they care about, but they're not human, so who cares about them, right? So the humans in the movie are so violent towards the aliens that the audience is hating the humans. We're like rooting for the aliens. Spoiler alert, all right, so close your ears if you don't want to hear what happens next. You're gonna go watch the movie. The main human in the movie gets exposed to like some gas in the alien's home that starts to turn him into an alien slowly over the next 24, 48 hours. And so after a few hours, his hand becomes a claw like the alien, and his human friends are seeing that this transformation is happening. And so now his human friends are hunting him, right? They were all hunting the aliens together, but now he's one of the hunted. And so it just helps you realize, like, as soon as you become the victim, you know what injustice looks like.
It's a human go-to move, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Although it'd be pretty cool to grow that claw.
Yeah, exactly. So watch District 9, and it got me thinking about racism and speciesism. But I didn't make the connection to animals until the next day when I was eating a steak, and I was like, this is somebody's dead body. Like, this is a murder victim. Like, I'm discriminating against the cow for not being born human, just like the humans in the movie were, discriminating against the aliens for not being human. But nobody gets to choose how they're born, and there's nothing wrong with being different. So who the hell am I to say I'm against discrimination when I'm just a blatant hypocrite? So I stopped.
I gotcha.
How long ago was that?
That was 2009. Saw it in the theater. In like 3 days is my anniversary of watching that movie 14 years ago. So, and so I became vegetarian because I thought that was good enough, because I didn't know about the cruelty in the egg and dairy industry. So I was vegetarian for like a year. I was still a waiter, and I was serving the dead bodies of animals, and feel real bad for that. But to people who have those kind of jobs, I know it's tough. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, like, I'm not trying to judge anybody who's in that position, because some people, you got to do what you got to do to make a living. But I hope that those people can find new jobs. At the restaurant, a vegan came in to pick up a to-go order. I was giving it to them, and I was like, "Hey, I noticed that there's no meat in your order. That's really cool. Are you vegetarian?" And she goes, "No, I'm vegan." I go, "Oh, that's cool. I'm vegetarian." And she's like, "Oh, why aren't you vegan?" And I was like, "Oh, well, it's just eggs and milk." And she's like, "Well, it's all the same animals, going to the same slaughterhouse." Yeah. So that was it. Next day, vegan, just overnight.
That's good. That's
so it just takes a little willpower, and I didn't know what to eat when I made both of those changes. Sorry, I'm so emotional.
No, don't be sorry.
I had no websites or leaflets or friends or anything. I was just like, I guess I'm going to eat the beans instead of the beef,
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah. And there's still beer, right?
Yeah.
Oreos.
And how did your family and friends react to you coming out as a vegan?
Not well. Only one of my friends went vegan, and that was because I showed him Gary Yourofsky's speech, and it had some slaughter videos in there, and that changed him right away. But all my other friends not caring about animals or justice. That frustrated me, and so I had to move from New Mexico to California to find a community, and so I did, and that was good.
Oh, that's good. Turned out for the best.
I was a lonely vegan for 5 years.
Oh, I think that's like the number one thing of why people don't stay vegan is because they don't find that community, which is why Wishbone is so important.
Yeah.
And why we need Wishbones around the world.
Thanks for that plug.
Yeah.
Nice plug, Callie.
And yeah, I'd just recommend, like, if you're a lonely vegan, just connect with other vegans on Facebook. There's vegan groups on Facebook, or, just follow the Instagram hashtag of vegan or animal rights activists, or go to meetups.com and you might be able to find some vegan groups there, or even just find one person, go out and do some solo activism, and somebody might pass by and be like, "Hey, I'm a vegan too. Let's do an activism event together,"
It's like if you create it, they will come. There's lots of vegans probably in the same boat as you, right? That's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm the only vegan, and then you realize I'm not.
Yeah.
Right?
So that was my transition to vegetarian and then vegan, and then I saw the slaughter videos and was like, yep, I was right. Okay, they're really being mistreated, So I was working in a hotel, the graveyard shift. It was an HBO documentary called Death on a Factory Farm, and it was real bad. It came on the TV, and I left it on, and a guest of the hotel was leaving in the morning at like 5 a.m. and I was like, "Don't look at the TV unless you want to see pigs being slaughtered." And she was like, "Oh, I've seen it before. I'm good." And so
I'm just off to have a pork chop, so I'm good.
Who knows? But I didn't get in trouble, so that was cool. But watching that really made me sad and mad and traumatized. So took action.
You did a great job of chanting at the Animal Rights March yesterday.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
I'm surprised you can still speak today. My voice is ragged. Do you do anything to prepare?
I've been to 200 protests now, and before I had done that, I remember like the first protest I went to, I was chanting, and I couldn't last very long at all, and my voice went out, and it was sore, and I couldn't breathe. It was hard to breathe and all this stuff.
Hello?
Yeah, right. And then the next day I couldn't talk, but since then I've, led chants a whole bunch. I sing metal songs at home, and record some of them and things like that, and in preparation for the march every day I was, chanting just to get my voice really ready for it.
Oh, that's
good.
I watched your Amy Winehouse cover.
Yeah, it was fun. Amy Winehouse, that was cool.
So you do a lot of traveling for your activism. What are some of the places you've visited, and what, in your opinion, is the most vegan-friendly city?
Probably Los Angeles that I've been to, at least. Maybe Berkeley coming after that, San Francisco. Those are kind of the areas that I've been. And then Utah, a big conference where we then rescued 100 turkeys from a slaughterhouse.
That's right.
And that was really cool. And we had the actor James Cromwell with us, the actor from Babe, the farmer. He's going to be at the New York Animal Rights March on September 2nd, next Saturday. So if anybody wants to join us in New York, Saturday, September 2nd, Flatiron Building. James Cromwell will be there, I'll be there, and we're going to make a bunch of noise. Those New York activists are hardcore.
Having the opportunity to become a full-time activist is the dream so many of us share, but not everyone has the chops to do it. So you have the goal as well. So what makes you the best candidate for the job?
I'm not sure that I am the best candidate, but I'm on disability now in America because of my bipolar and PTSD, and so I get like about $1,000 a month, which has helped significantly. That's of course not enough for somebody to live off of and pay rent. So hold the U.S. government accountable for not taking care of the poor and the disabled, but my parents are helping out, letting me stay at their place, and I take their dogs for walks and do yard work and stuff like that when I'm able to, you know. Unfortunately, I live in a small little town where there's no activism going on, so I'm the only activist there. So every now and then I take my signs out, you know, and anybody can do this, you know, you just draw it with a stencil or like, you know, with a pencil to make sure that it's, you know, not looking crazy, because you, and then fill it in, you know, and make sure that it can be seen from the cars far away, you know, so that it, you know, so make big writing, just like a small phrase. So I have things like love animals, don't eat them, you know, or, you know, honk for universal health care, or tax the billionaires. That's my other one. And then YouTube, dairy is scary. Some people might yell at you or throw stuff at you. That's all right. It's part of the fun. I do activism every day. You know, it's just not necessarily outside. I'm a lot on the internet, you know, because I have a pretty big following on social media, on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and also Discord. If you're a lonely vegan or you want to do vegan outreach, you can go into different Discord servers, channels, and rooms and have actual voice conversations with people. You can turn your camera on also. So look up Vegan World on Discord. And then there's other servers where you can go and do more activism as well.
So you do participate in many different forms of activism, but we all have our favorite. What's yours?
Oh, that's so hard. I love debating. I feel like I'm pretty good at debating. I think maybe what you're trying to talk about is the soft bigotry of low expectations, maybe. But
Chase, that is fucking. Oh, say that. The soft bigotry of low expectation. Can we write that down?
I'm way ahead of you.
I just stole the quote from someone else, so don't give me credit. But leading chants for sure, and giving a speak out. You know, like just going inside of a restaurant or grocery store, standing up on a table and saying, "Excuse me, everyone, can I have your attention, please?"
The thing none of us want to do, right?
Excuse me, everyone, can I have your attention, please? If this dog was instead a pig, or a cow, or a chicken, or a turkey, who among us would take a knife to this animal's throat?
Yeah, I love that stuff. So.
What changes have you seen in the movement over the years that you've been an activist?
Since 2009, yeah, there's a lot more vegan burgers and hot dogs and sausages and cheese, and some of the vegan cheese is actually good now. So that's nice.
I had a lot of rubbery vegan cheese.
My favorite is chow cheese. I don't know if you have that here from Field Roast.
Yeah.
Field Roast, so good. And then more people standing up and speaking out, you know, seeing so many different activists in different countries and cities. In the early days, you know, a lot of us, I think, felt nobody else is doing this. It's like so much pressure on me to be the one to do this, and so it's nice.
Oh yeah, I feel that sense of urgency all the time.
Yeah, I still feel it.
You have to pick up the slack for others.
True. But it is nice that other people fill in the gap, and we can take a break. You know,
for sure.
And I did have to take a year-long break from activism because of my mental health, and so that unfortunately killed the algorithm with uploading to YouTube. So now my videos don't get any views. Unfortunately, maybe 100 or 2.
They're not very forgiving, are they, with those
they're not.
algorithms?
Yeah, and it sucks because like I feel like I have a really good YouTube channel. Like I pride myself on only making like content that I think is really excellent. You know, and but nobody sees it. I'm thinking of making.
We'll be supporting you.
I might make a new YouTube channel and see if the new algorithm picks it up better. I might do TikTok and stuff.
To me, a real man stands up for vulnerable and innocent beings who can't speak up or fight back. That misconception that you have to eat meat to be macho and that's unmanly to be soft towards others. Any thoughts on that other than that it's total bullshit?
It's silly, isn't it? I don't even know what a real man is. I think gender roles are kind of weird. I think everybody should be nice and strong. You know, what's the problem? We can all, you know, we all have our specialties, but yeah, like definitely, I think it's just selfish and egotistical to only think of myself or my own kind, you know, like my group, you know, that in-group bias. Like I'm trying to, you know, get past that because that holds us back from evolving empathy.
For sure. What's the best way for people to follow you and support your activism?
Yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I have a Patreon page, but as far as finances right now, I don't want your money. I think you guys probably need your money more than I do, so I'm doing okay. I only make like $60 a month now, you know. But thanks to the people who do that. Yeah, I just want your love. That's all. I just want you to get in the streets and make some noise.
Yes. We're so grateful to you for the efforts you've made in this mixed up world.
Thank you so much, Sue. I appreciate you.
Kelly's
And
gonna
Kelly,
just
do you have
tell
any
us what's
questions or
happening
anything
on
else?
No.
All right. Let me give you a little acapella of my cover of John Sacker's song, Go Vegan Motherfucker. The beginning of it goes, go vegan, go vegan, go! Go vegan, go vegan, go! Go vegan, go vegan, go! Go vegan, motherfucker!
Yeah, really.
All right, well, thank you so much. All right, that was cool.
We must end the oppression against animals, and we must do it now. Thank you for listening.